Hey, it's Jad T. Jones. Today we're going to talk about safe sex and making sure you're not going to accidentally impregnate a woman. So, this is another one of those talks that our dads should have had with us, but he didn't. And usually, men don't educate themselves about a woman's ovulation cycle or how all that works until he gets in trouble and he gets a real scare of thinking, oh, maybe I impregnated this girl, and then he learns everything. That's the wrong way, because if you're in that situation, maybe it's too late and you got yourself in a situation. So, today's objective is to let you know what you need to know in order to have safe sex and make sure you don't accidentally impregnate a woman by understanding how a woman gets pregnant and the timing, basically. Okay, so what you need to understand is that women go through an ovulation period. Ovulation period simply means that's the period where she's getting ready to drop the egg. Okay, so the egg drops on day 5 of 6. So the ovulation is 6 days long. The egg drops on day 5, but here's what you need to understand. That ovulation period of 6 days is kind of like the danger zone if you don't want to get a woman pregnant. So you need to understand that your sperm can live anywhere from 3 to 5 days inside of a female's body. So if you think, oh, well, I didn't have sex with her on the ovulation date where supposedly her egg dropped, then I'm safe. That's not true, because your sperm can survive 3 to 5 days inside of her body. So even if you don't have sex on the exact day, your sperm may still survive and find the egg and impregnate her. Okay? Now, what you need to understand, the best thing to do is when you have a frequent, let's say a constant sexual partner, download an app that tracks a woman's cycle. Okay, so it tracks when she has her period and it tracks when she's ovulating. This is the best thing to do. So when you're with your girlfriend or your sexual partner, she tells you when she has her period, you mark it down. Once you mark it down, then it's going to show you that after her period ends, like 3 days after the end of her period, her ovulation cycle starts. And during that window of 6 days, just be extra safe, or don't have sex during that time, but be very, very aware. Okay? Now, the next thing to consider is that the body changes and the ovulation dates aren't 100% accurate. Okay? Sometimes her period is going to come early, sometimes it's going to come late. Just like her period times are going to change, her ovulation times are going to change too. So just because you have the app and the app tells you from this day to this day she's ovulating and then after that she's not, don't take that as like gospel. Don't take that as like, okay, after that there's zero risk. There's always risk because the cycles change in length and dates and stuff like that. So around the ovulation cycle, so before the 6 days and a few days after the 6 days, you should still be very cautious. So the best thing for you to do right now is to go download any free app that tracks a woman's period cycles. And inside that, it's also going to show the ovulation period. And then just go through and learn, and maybe go on Google and just do some research and educate yourself. As a man, you need to educate yourself on this, because nobody really educated us on this in this specific detailed way. And then once you do, the most important thing to do is to track. When you're with a partner that you're with long term, keep track of things. It's your responsibility to keep track. When did you have your period? When did your period end? Okay, this is your ovulation cycle. Okay, you're in day X of your ovulation cycle. Okay, now you're out of your ovulation cycle. You need to know that stuff. Now, when it comes to a woman who you're not in a long-term relationship with and you don't know what her cycle is or when she had her period or any of that stuff, it's your responsibility as a man to take that extra precaution. Use condoms, use contraception, maybe don't even, just be extra safe, and don't trust what the person tells you. This is not me being misogynistic or saying don't trust women. But with something that important, you shouldn't trust anyone that you just met no matter what they say. Even if say, oh no, I'm not in the danger zone or whatever. Don't trust anything. Whenever you're with a casual sexual partner, always treat it like she's ovulating, and you're going to be extra super duper cautious. All right. So that's a piece of advice I think our fathers should have sat us down and told us. So educate yourself, learn this stuff so you can explain it to someone else, and then you'll be in a much safer position.